Hi friends, welcome to Mountain Ridge Homestead. Today we're going to do a little chicken economics 101. Yesterday we purchased 40 pounds of chicken thighs from my local Amish store. We went to New York to get it. And we bought 40 pounds at $1.99 a pound, which is phenomenal, whether I paid in US or Canadian dollars. So I kind of wrote it all out. So at $1.99 a pound, in US dollars, it was $79.60. And when I convert that into Canadian, it was $108.25. If I convert that per pound in Canadian, it's $2.70, which is phenomenal. I don't know if even in the 80s I would have paid $2.70. And around where I live, I don't know if it's anywhere else in Canada, but in Quebec, the lowest I have seen boneless, skinless chicken thighs would be $6.99 a pound. And that would be from like a big box grocery chain, where it's not always the best of cuts, you know, where it looks really nice on the top, but when you get it home and unpackage it and you turn it over and there's like a lot of fat underneath, or, you know, it's not the nicest cuts. This is beautiful, beautiful chicken. I didn't know if I could show the brand name or not, so I just left it as is. But at $6.99 a pound for 40 pounds, that would have cost me $279.66 Canadian. I saved $171.35. Now, I know it's not always easy, you know, dishing out a huge sum of money all at once for a big purchase. And it's not always easy for us. But when it's a savings like that, by golly, I'll do it each and every time. This is gonna last us, gosh, probably up to a year, if not more. I'm gonna freeze pack it all, divide it up into portions. I do wanna say that it's not organic. We can't always afford to do organic. And when I get a deal like this, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. We have a freezer full of organic beef. I purchased half a cow, and that's all organic. Our whole chickens we have are all organic. Most of the pork we eat is all organic. Our fruit and vegetables are, but sometimes you just have to sacrifice $1 for getting a deal like this. It's good quality. It's boneless and skinless. It's one of my favorite cuts of chicken to eat and to cook with. And for the price, you can't beat it. So I'm going to trim it up and clean it up. And then we're going to portion it up, and I'm going to vacuum seal it and put it in the freezer. And we can enjoy this for, I'm certain, up to a year, if not longer. So I'll get started by cutting it all up, and then we'll get on to the vacuum sealing. I have a bowl here that I'm going to put all the little trimmings in, and even that won't go to waste. I'll probably cook it up and give it to the chickens and give it to them little by little. I keep my homemade sanitizing spray cleaner close by because I like to work with a very clean surface when I'm doing chicken. I rarely use paper towels, but I even keep them close by when I do chicken. So it's just absolutely beautiful. Like, there's just little wee pieces that I personally like to cut off. But if I bought this at a normal store around here, like a big box store, I would turn this over and I would have clumps of like fat, which you're paying per pound for. Here I'm paying for the actual meat and not, and I don't mind leaving a bit of fat on because it adds to the flavor when you're cooking. So I'm just going to trim off little pieces Like I said, I'll give that to the chickens cooked up, and then nothing goes to waste. I wanted to be fair and show you that there were just a couple of pieces that I found a little too much fat that I like, but literally maybe 1 or 2 per 10-pound bag. So I can live with that. Most of them I've gone through 3 bags of chicken thighs, and that's all the trimmings I have. So maybe 1 or 2 pieces per bag. I have a little more trimming to do than normal, but if that's all there is, I'm good with that. So they're not all perfect, but 99% perfect. This is what I got from frying up the bits that I cut off the chicken thighs that I'm going to give to my chickens. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pour that into an ice cube tray, and I'll use it whenever I want to add flavor to my rice or noodles or anything like that. It's just stunning. I can't wait to use it. I'm going to get every cent out of my chicken thighs. Nothing goes to waste. And here we have it, all finished. So a little bit of work up front, and I have all this meat prepped for, I figured out, for about the next 48 weeks. So here's what I worked out for my chicken math. Oops, sorry. And what it works out to is I figured I got 24 meals worth out of this, because I ended up with 16 packages. 14 of them are in the vacuum seal bags, and in the bowl I have enough chicken there. Tonight I'm going to cook twice my recipe so I can freeze one of them. So in each package is just over 2 pounds each, which is about 6 chicken breast thighs. And I'm kind of upset now that I put 6 to a bag, because they're so big. They're bigger than what I would find at the grocery store. I could have gotten away with at least 5 per bag, but I'm not undoing them now. So I put 16, and then from that 16, I put 8 more, because with each bag, I know I'm going to get either another meal or a leftover or something out of it. So if that makes sense, I'm getting 24 meals out of this 40 pounds of chicken thighs. And it would work out to $3.31 a meal US, or $4.51 a meal Canadian. And I think that's fantastic. And that's for 2 people, plus, like I said, leftovers or repurposed into another meal of some kind. So I say per meal, but it's actually going to turn into 2 meals. So I'm gobsmacked. I think it's fantastic. I'm so happy. I'm glad this is all ready to go, especially with the summer for like grilling and, you know, chicken salads and things like that. So I'm glad I took the time to figure it all out. I love doing projects like this. It makes me feel really good. I love to know where my money's going and how it's spent. And I love to get good quality meat and at a really good price. So thank you so much for joining me today. And until we're together again, take care.